Welcome to the Out There channel. This is Paul. We'll answer some allegations again from GUFON. Mr. Richard G. Yes, you did put my friend in hospital. He will verify that if you want. His wife will tell you that. He was showing you the mock of him being a Bigfoot that you were doing, and the speech impairment voice, and he had a mild heart attack there due to high blood pressure from the stress that you caused him. Now, he was put into a coma, and they managed to get the right medications to try and get it lower, so you almost killed the guy. And this is the problem of character attacking. Now, you say you had the right to attack me. No, you didn't, because I only attacked your wrong information about balloons, which I will cover again and show you why you're wrong, even in your rebuttal that you did. Totally wrong with the facts again about the height of Mylar balloons and all that sort of business. You didn't even know what a weather balloon was made from, and you said those ones in the video, 40-inch ones, wouldn't go as high as 10,000 feet. So shows how much you don't know about weather balloons, because that's the regular weather balloons you buy, right? So they start off as 7 feet and expand to 32 feet because they're made of latex. So they go up to 115,000 feet. But I got all that information, and I will show it to you at some stage in a video that I'm making. Mylar balloons also on science pages. They've tested them. They go up to 26,000 feet on the ones they tested, but some that are bigger design, 18 inches, 40 inches or bigger, can easily reach 32,000 feet as well. You can just look it up. It's called research. And as for my qualifications, I have shown them a couple of times already on live streams, but that's because you don't watch them, right? I shouldn't have to prove anything to you, Richard, that I'm telling the truth, right? And when I do my live debunks, I actually do the search real time. So people can see what I'm doing. I don't know what the answer is. I do search real time. That's why it takes longer, because it's not always prepared. And the information comes up on the screen, and then we have a read through it together. We also bring up the applications, which you don't, with Flight Radar, show them how to use it and how to see that it's the plane that they're looking at in the video. So there's all sorts of things on my channel you learn. Camera artifacts. You don't even know what CMOS is, let alone CCD technology and the artifacts they produce. So yeah, don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I will just show you my qualifications again. There's my Bachelor of Science. These are only just a few of the higher ones I've got. I've actually got a photocopy box lid full of all other qualifications, including Cisco, Microsoft qualifications, and all sorts of things. Novell. And there's my Bachelor of Science. I've omitted my middle name, so just to give me some privacy there. And there's my other degree from the college, which is a 3-year degree. And it's a diploma in business computing. And after that, I got a job in a university, tutoring part-time, but also looking after their CAD-CAM lab, right? So there's your old type English universities, which you would probably call like Oxford and all that. Well, New Zealand has similar universities like that, but they also had city ones, which are called college universities, which were more linked to business itself. So students would get qualifications from their degrees, and they would also be given opportunity to work in a job straight after. So they were business linked, unlike the normal universities where you learn theory and study all sorts of other topics, not just computers, but also science, philosophy, psychology, music, and all that. And that's sort of all bundled into that 4 or 5 year degree that you do. That's how it works in our country anyway. It may have changed since I've been there. People were talking about the university degrees are not what they used to be, and they give people resits and all that. And they didn't used to do that. You normally would have to wait another year and redo the whole year again. But nowadays they're a wee bit more soft with people. So yeah, I'm not going to show you all my qualifications. Like I said, I got a briefcase full of it. So yeah, I'll just put that outside there because it was covered. Also, I've got various references from when I did work in the college, and I shouldn't really have to show those either. But I've got a CV plus reference here from 2002 that I used, and I got a couple there from electrotechnology, where they used to teach and talk PLCs, which were programmable logic controllers that you used to control big factories, conveyor belts, injection molding, and stuff. So I used to be able to configure all that software, run on networks for classes to be able to learn the topic. A lot of it was not network aware, so I had to use clever back files and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, so this you can see when I left there in 97. It says here I was a computer network administrator in electronics and electro sections at Christchurch Polytech. It's now got university status. When I was there, it used to be just like a normal college linked to businesses, but it's actually true degrees I got near there. Although then they're classed as a different type of degree. So this is why I did this one, just to prove a point that I could do their one as well as the regular one, because everybody was saying those that do university degrees were useless. Well, actually, I wasn't. I actually got merit passes of 95% or higher on pretty much all my papers. At this time, our naval network was necessary complex to serve the very demanding environment of the technical education site. So I'll just read out parts of it here. In fact, Paul has been simultaneously responsible for both our network and that of CAD section, which is the South Island Centre of AutoCAD Training, where network at the time was totally inoperable. Within days of his arrival, Paul managed to stabilize both systems and then embark upon the major task of fully reconfiguring and documenting them. Over the following weeks and months, Paul spent endless hours, much of it in his own time, tuning and tailoring these networks to fulfill the demanding needs of both the teaching and the administration staff. Since this time, the networks have operated as networks should, providing a backdrop to all our various computing needs. It's a wee bit faded because it's a photocopy and put into a Word document here. The requirements of these two networks have been quite difficult, with ours having over 120 medium performance stations with a wide range of behavioral and boot configuration, while the CAD section has 80 machines of much higher performance, all with local boot facility. For the CAD section, Paul has been central to the task of converting their machines to work under Windows NT while still interfacing to the Naval network, and currently understanding the same task for our system. Paul has repeatedly succeeded in solving the wide range of problems thrown at him and has invariably found solutions through his own research to the fickle and sometimes perverse requirements that many of our technical packages demand of a network. In fact, it's our belief that the educational institutions such as ours provides a far more challenging network environment than the majority of the industrial or commercial sites, due to its number and complexity of packages the demanding nature of staff and potential for disaster due to viruses, and backing up because of the large number of student users. Although employed as a software administrator, Paul has developed a good understanding of PC hardware system and has assembled and repaired machines when time pressures have required it. He has also proven himself to be adept at diagnosing the focus of system faults, and particularly at resolving the question of whether a problem is caused by hardware or software fault. Sometimes he has fixed hardware problems himself to prove that the fault was not due to software. Although he always has been under great time pressure, Paul has constantly maintained system documentation, making code self-documenting wherever possible, and has communicated all system changes to the users, usually by email. As our network administrator, Paul has developed everything that could be expected of him and much more besides. He has worked well beyond this call of duty and will be sorely missed. We can fully recommend him for any position as a network administrator and would be happy to act as referees. Stephen, senior tutor. Peter Kell, who's now dead. And Ian Patterson, senior tutor. Okay. And here's another one from my CAD CAM boss, the other section, to whom I've known Paul Skinner as an employee and a colleague since May 1994 as a manager of authorized AutoCAD training center and course superior of the CAE section at Christchurch Polytech. I have a close working relationship with him whilst he developed and maintained the computing services. I have found him to be extremely industrious, cooperative, and excellent computer network administration. His time has been shared between the CAE and electrotechnology teaching sections, together with the administration area of the Facility of Applied Technology. His area of responsibility has involved the design and installation and administration of a network for each of the sections. The C&E section consists of 66 machines running a combination of DOS, Windows 11, Windows 95 and Windows NT operating systems, which I believe is now all Windows 10, and they've had lots of problems since I've left. Which are connected to a server that runs Novell operating systems, which are connected to a server that runs Novell systems for supporting the software AutoCAD, AutoCAD LT, Mechanical Desktop 3D Studio Max, Emanator Pro, Master RAM, MS Office, Borland Office, Adobe Premiere, Perception Radio, and wide range of support and software. And it goes on and on and on. Paul initially came to us on a short-term basis to develop solutions for our new CAD suite, which was presenting many problems. He rapidly solved the problems and developed a rational, menu-driven system that was easily operated by both students and staff. The same structure was ported to the electrotechnology department. Paul has the ability to write batch files that can integrate non-network packages and other software for use over the network. He has been responsible for loading and configuring all software packages onto servers, as well as maintaining standalone PCs. He issues login scripts and attends to network security matters. He has the uncanny ability to find software and hardware faults and to effect a rapid cure, a very necessary requirement for keeping our teaching business operating. Paul has been involved with the purchase, installation, and configuration of new and upgrade hardware such as video cards, hard drives, CD-ROMs, blah blah blah. Paul also shows a willingness to investigate new software, hardware, computing solutions that he really passes on to staff. The CAD and Electro Technologies have issued Paul as a tutor, teaching to both staff and students within his area of expertise of installation operating systems and setting up software and networks. He wrote and presented his own teaching notes. I have no hesitation in recommending Paul for employment in computer networking and related PC disciplines, and wish him well in the endeavour of achieve advancement in his chosen profession, which is now YouTube trainer, teacher, debunker, video analysis. These are all my skills, people. Please do not hesitate to contact me for any clarification of the points made in this. Yours sincerely, A. Clayton. There you go. So, I think that's all I'm going to ever show of my personal life. If you don't believe me, that's your problem. But yeah, I think you got some way to go to be able to compete with me in that sense, right? Have you got any CAD CAM experience? Have you managed to run your networks? No, you can't even manage to run your stream properly, right? You had zombie streams, right? I tried to help you out with that, of course, and you threw it back in my face. But anyway, I don't know what else you want me to say here, but yeah, I don't do character attacks. I did occasional mock the third face of the moon, but they deserve all they get, really. And if you believe they're not frauds, then you're mistaken. 2 years ago, I have proven that they were filming through a window and the reflections. They hoaxed. And they're still putting up rubbish like stargates and monoliths on the moon and Mars. If you bother watching my live streams about the camera artifacts and also the errors they used to get in the satellite transmissions where they mapped to the moon and sort of had blurry blobs on the moon, that was because there was missing data, not because it was airbrushed out. That was like silly choo-choo train that Security put up. Remember that one? And it was just like a load of errors in the transmission, that's all. You could still see through it, and you could see the terrain underneath. It wasn't airbrushed at all. So, yeah. If you want to know any more, just simply ask me. Post it in the comments under this video that I'll upload in a minute. So yeah, take care out there, guys, and don't put up with the crap. Don't be conned. Don't hand your money over to people that are not qualified to tell you the real answers. Don't have any science background, don't have any technical background. They can just sit there and laugh their false teeth off till the cows come home. But proof is in the pudding.